Here again with my final Shameless Season 5 episode review video as I've reached the Season 5 finale. Before I get into that though, pretty important if you're not caught up to the point where I am rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, yes, I have watched this show all the way through one time already. I'm just rewatching it so I can discuss this show because a lot of the show is really good. And then I know towards the end, it's not so good. But right now we're dealing with mostly good stuff. So this will be Shameless Season 5, Episode 15, the Season 5 finale. The title of this episode is called Love Songs in the Key of the Gallagher. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. Gus arrives home and now he's giving it to Fiona. And then afterwards, Gus decides to have a cigarette, since when did he smoke? Helene has Lip's arms tied to the bedposts and she pours some wine on his chest. And then Lip notices that Theo, Helene's husband, is sitting in the corner of the room. Like, what does he get out of all this? I can't even remember what he gets out of this, if anything, but I definitely want to find out. Mickey is banging some chick. At least he got hard, she says. Ian listens to Monica talk to the truck driver, and Derek's got to go in the morning, and Debbie tells him she loves him. And then he tells her that he loves her too. Frank wakes up and Bianca is outside. He goes to talk to her and she decides to go for a swim. Fiona lets Debbie know that Gus is back. And V tells Fiona that she was put on the pill at age 11. So Debbie wanted to go on the pill. And so Fiona's letting V know the situation. And then Fiona tells V she's glad her and Kev are back together. Monica wants to eat a lot of food, but Ian actually doesn't have any money. They didn't give any money to him on his way out of the military prison or whatever it was called that he was in. Monica tells him to go get a table. And back to Bianca and Frank. Bianca's not hungry. All she wants to do is drink and eat pills. And she tells Frank, let's go get drunk and buy a gun. Buy a gun? To her? The person that wanted to get hit by a train? I don't think so. Monica tells Ian she sold the truck driver something so they could pay for all this great food. Fiona tells Sean that Gus is back, and Sean asks how it went. Amanda's at Lip's, and she's a little ticked off that Lip would rather be with Helene than spend some time with her. V takes Kev to go get tested, as he was the rape walker, and he was with a lot of college co-eds. And he talks about the poop hole loophole and says it's been like 22 or 23 because, you know, he was the rape walker and he had lots of opportunities. Debbie gets a pregnancy test and some condoms. V talks to her mom, Carol, about all the sex that Kev had with while he was with the college co-eds. And Carol says, so your man likes lemons? Make yourself some lemonade. Make your man happy. Good point by Carol. Monica tells Ian we're home, introduces Ian to the fabulous Walter, who seems very young. That's her apparently man, a younger guy with six-pack abs. He could even be a teenager. Fiona thinks Sean could use someone to talk to, and he doesn't want to talk. He also tells her we're not friends. Sean is very hard to make happy. Lip comes home and Amanda is still there, and Amanda asks, does she make you happy or is it just about the sex? And then Amanda asks Lip if there's anything he'd like to teach her. Fiona comes home and Liam is actually watching a zombie movie. Fiona actually embarrasses Debbie as she walks into her room while Debbie and Derek are in there, and she tells Fiona she's pregnant. You're getting an abortion tomorrow. And then Debbie yells at Fiona, why won't you ever let me be happy? Do you really want a kid at this age, Debbie? Is that going to really make you happy? I don't know who would really want a kid at the age that Debbie's at. I'm sure there's some people out there, but just not right. You should have kids until you're 18 at least. Frank and Bianca are having sex, and after they finish, Bianca asks, "Where did you put the gun?" And Bianca actually tries to shoot herself. Thankfully, she is unsuccessful, and then Frank gives her a hug as she starts to cry. And then Ian finds out Monica has crystal meth, and that's what she sold to the truck driver, so she was able to pay for the food. And then Monica asks if he likes Walter, and she doesn't even know how old he is. And then Ian asks Monica if she's selling meth, and then Ian and Walter almost get into it, but Monica stops Walter. She tells Ian she loves Walter, and she's finally happy. Gus has come over to the Gallagher house. He says what our friend's for, and Gus doesn't want to stay, as he tells Fiona because she hasn't decided if she wants to be with him yet. She doesn't have to decide now, but he needs to know. Bianca, back to her, she needs her pills in the middle of the night, and she wants one more. Just one more when it probably wasn't the best idea. And she had the gun next to her, but she couldn't do it. And she tells Frank he makes her happy. Debbie tells Fiona that she wants to have a baby. Kev upsets V in the morning, and V actually locks herself in the bathroom. And they make up pretty quickly, though, thank God. Bianca, she gets naked and goes into the lake. Fiona goes to Gus's place, and she'll have to do it, as Gus is too nice of a guy. So one of his bandmates are in his apartment, and he's like, you're going to have to do it because he's just too nice of a guy. And then Frank wakes up and notices Bianca has left some notes behind, and he can't find her. Amanda is really upset, and in like a hall area, she actually hits Lip for making her fall in love with him. He didn't do anything to make you fall in love with him. You just don't have much going on. Fiona goes to Patsy's, asks Sean what's going on with us. She tells Sean she thinks she's in love with him, and she's pretty sure he is too. And she says that what if Gus and I split up? And Sean says, "Don't do it because of me." And then Fiona and Sean kiss, and Fiona tells Sean he makes her happy. And Sean says happy is overrated, and kind of just blows her off. Like, okay, we need to stop this. I got work to do. People are coming in here. Ian calls Mickey finally, as he's been randomly trying to call him. He's actually back home, and Mickey runs over to the Gallagher house to talk to him. And he doesn't want to talk, or he doesn't want to take the meds anymore. He tells Ian he loves him too. Ian says too much is wrong with me, and he can't do anything about it. He's not broken. They break up, and Sammy comes by and has a gun, chases Mickey with the gun, and shooting at Mickey, because remember, he essentially thought he killed her and had her in the shipping box. And we have Fiona and V wondering what's going on, and Fiona then all of a sudden sees Ian, and she's happy to see Ian, and gives her the scoop on what's going on with Mickey and Sammy. And Monica being with a teenage meth dealer, Ian also tells Fiona that. And then we have a mid-credit scene where Ian is talking with Lip, asking what happened to his face. And then a girl hit me. You probably deserved it. And there's no such thing as casual sex anymore, Lip says. And he tells Ian he fell in love with one of his professors. Debbie looks at a pregnancy test and says, "Oh shit, oh shit." And then Frank comes back home from Costa Rica and tells Lip and Ian, "She's gone, boys." And then we also have Chucky and Carl meet with their respective groups or respective gangs and says, "Let's do this," to end the episode and the season. So pretty good season. I don't think it's as good as the last one, but I really like the stuff with Lip and his professor, Helene. That stuff is fucking awesome. If I had a professor that hot, I'd be all over that too. Well, I'd try. Don't know how far I'd get. So I'm going to give this episode an 8.7 out of 10. My characters of the episode, I'm going to give it to Frank because he's always there for Bianca, trying to keep her like alive because he wants her to pay for everything. But I think there's more to it than that for Frank. And then I'll give Bianca, the female character of the episode, just because she was a very interesting character. And I believe this is the last episode that she's on. She presumably is dead now. I think we get confirmation in a later episode, but I don't quite remember all the details of Shameless. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you are a fan of Shameless and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm and like the Shameless content that I'm doing, make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you rate the episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your male and female characters of the episode? Or if you just want to choose one person, that's fine. Click right here with about right now to see my Shameless series finale rant video if you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, you're watching the video anyway, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.